Here's how you perform the spoon from card box. You need a card box and you need to cut a hole in the bottom. So what happens is, from this side, it looks like the spoon is coming out of the box in an impossible way. But what you're doing is the spoon extends out of the bottom. You hold the box, close it up, and then when you're ready to produce, you just open the box and pull out the spoon. Rubber band goes on the thumb and magically comes right off. Here's how to set this up. You can use any rubber band. I happen to be using a hair band because it shows up better on camera here. Put the rubber band on your thumb. Now take your first finger and go under here. Not over like this, but under. Now, use this finger, the first finger, to hook a portion here and cross it over. So you hook, cross it over, and then this comes over and holds there. And at this point, it looks like it's looped around twice on the rubber band, but on the thumb, but it's actually not. So once again, that's here, 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 and then magically it comes right off. You'll have a fast little trick you can perform with any rubber band. Let's do something with a magic cup here. A little water. I'm going to use a skewer, but you can use a pencil. Let's take our cup and a little water here. Now, with the skewer, we're going to take this and see if something magic happens right about there. The water doesn't leak. Is the water still there? Well, I'll let you decide. And that is the magic cup. Here's what you're going to need for this water trick. You're going to need a cup, paper cup. Actually, you're going to need 2 paper cups. You take the second one and you cut it down, and then you use saran wrap around it, or you might need, as I did here, because you're taking the smaller diameter here and trying to put it in the cup. And so I put some extra, just a rim from the first cup around here, and that helps it to stay where I want it to stay. Because when I put this in, and of course spectators don't see this part, but you want it to rest near the top. And then that means, because this is shorter, the bottom area is free to accept the pencil. So you can pour the water in here, puncture this with the pencil, and then pour the water out. And you have a cup that doesn't leak. A magic cup. may have heard of poker, there's something called a hole card, and that's what I have here is a hole card. Get it? But here's what's really cool about magic. Even though you have a what's called a hole card, you can just turn it over and a little magic and wave the hand, snap the finger, and check it out right there. Right there, the hole card becomes reality. Here's how you perform the trick. You're gonna need, first of all, a gimmicked card. So what I've done is I've taken two cards, identical cards, which were the 5 of diamonds from 2 different decks, but they are same back color, same cards. Now there's 2 cards. The first one is this card right here. This is 1 card, and I cut a hole out, and the hole matches a sticker that I happen to have. And of course the sticker matches a piece of paper. Now you can do this with a black sticker if you can find, or even use electrician's tape and then use a black background. So it would be black here, and then when you make the change later, then you'll peel off a piece of electrician's tape, and it's fine if this is square, so you don't have to cut a circle. It just happened I had these stickers around, so it made it a lot easier. So anyway, getting back to the gimmick, this card here is 1 card with a hole in it. The second card is this card here. It's folded in half. It's whole. It obviously doesn't have the hole in it, but the difference is this one's folded, and then this half is glued to this card here. So this half is glued at this point. So you have 2 thicknesses on this side, 1 thickness here, and of course when you close it up there'll be 2 thicknesses there, and you have to keep them together. So here's how you perform the trick. Once you have your gimmicked card here, take your sticker, stick it here. See, obviously you want this to look like the way it did here, so you can freely show a hole, and then when you turn it over, it still looks like a hole, but it's actually the sticker, and then you peel it off. So this starts here, closed. Now what I'm doing is holding it like this, and as you can see, I actually like to have a little bit of a break. I let the card descend a little bit, and that makes it a lot easier for the move. So I clearly show the hole, stick my finger through it so people can see it's a real hole. Now this side actually is holding it, so there's a little bit of it hanging down, so it's easy to grab. Now I take this hand, and what I do is when I reach underneath to turn it over, I actually flip this over as I turn the card over. So again, I flip it like this and then turn it over. So let me show that to you right here. Now at this point, the trick is pretty much over. You've already done the dirty work. Spectators just think that this is the hole because they would be looking through. Then you perform the magic, wave the hand, snap the finger, and then to their amazement you peel off the sticker and you performed a miracle.